All right, so we're almost done with GI party. Room just got inspected. So now let's start jumping into today's topic for our video, which is Air Force Fire Protection Tech School breakdown. I'll put in my best knowledge to break it down to you guys. So hopefully those of you guys coming into the fire protection course here at Goodfellow, you guys have a better understanding of how it works. So first and foremost, this tech school is divided up into 3 blocks. So you go through block 1 through 3, and through these blocks you learn different things in firefighting, whether it's firefighter 1 and 2, hazardous material, EMR, airport, aircraft rescue firefighting. So those are all the different topics or subtopics that are divided into each of the blocks. So I am currently in block 3 right now, which means I'm almost done with this tech school. Block 3, it's divided into 3 subsections. So in block 3, you start off with hazardous material, then you go on to ARF, which is airport, aircraft rescue firefighting, and then you go on to EMR. So right now I'm currently in ARF. I have a few days left of ARF, and then I will be jumping into EMR. Block 1 is basically firefighter 1. Block 2 is firefighter 2. And those are all the blocks divided up for this tech school. The training days here at Goodfellow, tech school is 68 total days. Block 1 is 20 days long, block 2 is 20 days long, and block 3 is 28 days long. 28 training days, so it basically means like a regular school day. So Monday through Friday, weekends and holidays do not count into the 68 days. All right guys, so I'm currently on my lunch break right now. So I had enough time to come back into my room to kind of continue this video. So a typical day here usually consists of me waking up around 3:45 a.m. We have to be downstairs in formation at 04:15 in the morning. So I wake up at 3:45. Gives me just enough time, roughly about 25 to a half hour, to get ready, do all the good stuff, and then be downstairs in formation. Then we go ahead and march off to the dining facility. We have breakfast. Then we march to the schoolhouse. We do our Airman's Creed, sing the Air Force song, and then we break off and go inside the schoolhouse where we begin classes at 0600. I don't know, I must say, I think I'm doing a little bit better with the pimples. Usually we finish with school typically around 14:30 to 1500. Is typically when we finish with classes for the day, and again, depending on the day of the week, that will determine what time we actually kind of leave the schoolhouse. So we PT 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday we have PT. So we're usually here at the schoolhouse for about another hour and a half to do PT. And on Tuesdays, we have what we call mentorship. So it's kind of basically when all the, what you call pipeliners, or students fresh out of BMT, we get together in classrooms with different instructors, and we basically ask any questions we may have about this AFSC, any question we may have about the duty station we're going to, and the instructors kind of fill us in and they kind of mentor us about the realm of firefighting. Because obviously every day you're learning about firefighting, but you're learning in an educational standpoint. So when you get to kind of decompress and ask your personal questions, hey, what do you think about the 48 to 48 shifts at a fire department? So the instructors can really kind of answer your questions and hopefully fill in any blanks you may have about this FSE. So Tuesdays are actually one of my favorite days. For one, we don't do any PT. And then we do our mentorship. And then Tuesdays usually come in here a little bit earlier as opposed to days we have PT. And then Fridays, of course, we do not have any PT. We have our safety briefing for the weekend and whatnot, and then we're off for the weekend. So that's typically what a week would look like. 3 days of PT per week, and then Tuesdays the mentorship, like I mentioned, and then Fridays it's welcoming the weekend. Finding out your first assignment, where you're going to be going after tech school. You find out pretty early. Between my 2 and 3 week mark of being here at tech school, I had found out my first duty location. I'm not going to disclose my assignment just yet. I'll make a separate video on that. Studying here for this tech school, right? Is there a lot of studying required? Do you have to study a lot? Do I study every day? Those are some questions I've kind of been getting, so I just want to answer that one real quick. Really, studying is based upon yourself. If you feel the need to study, then by all means, study. Do I study every day of the week? Of course not. Is it required? No, it's basically like just any other, I guess, educational system. If you think about it, you really, like, nobody's gonna harp on you to study. If you feel like you need to study, then by all means, like I said, go ahead and study, right? Depending on where you're at in the blocks, it depends on how much you may need to study, because some blocks have more tests than others. I typically study, 2 to 3 times a week, and different blocks you'll find yourself studying more than other blocks. That's basically all it is here to Fire Protection Tech School. It's not much to it. It's gonna feel repetitive when you first get here. Monday through Friday, it's kind of the same thing. Waking up pretty early, getting your day started, and then going about your school day, knocking out some burns, knocking out some tests, whatever it is you may be doing. And PT in the afternoon if it falls on that day of the week, or mentorship or whatever it may be, and then it's back to the same cycle the next day. So it may feel repetitive. You will get used to it pretty quickly. One more thing I did forget to include though, about the classes over at the Fire Academy, just be mindful that in your classes, class sizes normally do not go higher than 10 students. They try to keep it to a low. So my class, we have 10 students, that's including myself, 4 Air Force, I can say pipeliners that are fresh out of BMT, 1 Marine that's a pipeliner as well who is fresh out of his boot camp, and then we have 5 NCOs here at the Academy to, get certain certifications and whatnot, so they can go back to their base, whether they're guard or reserve. So just keep that in mind. You will be paired up with people that are guard, reserve, active duty. So my class has NCOs and then also us pipeliners, which is basically just means people that are fresh out of boot camp. So hopefully you guys kind of have a better understanding of how that works. So don't just expect to have all Air Force students fresh out of BMT. It's not always going to be like that. And then same goes for instructors as well. We have different instructors. So instructors can be Marines, they can be Navy, Army, or Air Force instructors as well. So subscribe to this channel if you are new. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Smash the like button, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.